Carlos Drummond de Andrade, born on October 31, 1902, in Itabira, Minas Gerais, is one of the greatest figures in Brazilian poetry and world literature. As the leading voice of the second generation of Brazilian modernism, his work reflects on humanity, society, and existence. In addition to being a poet, Drummond was also a chronicler and translator, with a literary career spanning over 5 decades. He created a unique style that combines philosophical depth with everyday simplicity, making his work both accessible and intellectually challenging. Among his major works are Some Poetry, 1930, Feelings of the World, 1940, and The Rose of the People, 1945. Drummond passed away on August 17, 1987, in Rio de Janeiro, but his legacy remains alive. Complete Poetry compiles all of Drummond's poetic production, from his earliest verses to his last publications. This collection unveils the many facets of the poet, ranging from sharp irony and subtle humor to profound lyricism and social criticism. In his poetry, he explores universal themes such as love, death, time, loneliness, and the human condition, yet always with a unique perspective that intertwines the personal and the collective. Iconic works like In the Middle of the Road, with its enigmatic obstacle, and Jose, portraying the existential anguish of an ordinary man, demonstrate his ability to transform the mundane into something extraordinary. Drummond's poetry reflects Brazil's social, political, and cultural transformations over the decades. From the introspection and provincialism of Some Poetry, through the denunciation of inequality in The Rose of the People, to the meditative maturity of his later works, his poetry continually evolved. It alternates between celebration and questioning, exalting life's simplicity while addressing modern alienation. His work also displays a strong attachment to memory, often returning to Itabira, his mother, and the landscapes of Minas Gerais, which symbolize his past and identity. Complete Poetry is essential to understanding Brazilian modernism and the role of poetry as an expression of national identity. By integrating the personal and the collective, the regional and the universal, Drummond expanded the horizons of Portuguese language literature. His combination of humor, melancholy, irony, and lyricism offers a unique reading experience that continues to resonate with readers across generations. Moreover, his ability to reinvent poetic language and incorporate everyday elements into high-quality literature secured his place as a cornerstone of Brazilian culture. To conclude, here are the 5 main characteristics of Complete Poetry by Carlos Drummond de Andrade. The exploration of the human condition in its multiple dimensions. Language that merges simplicity and depth, making it accessible yet reflective. The masterful use of irony and humor to address existential and social issues. The recurring presence of memory and nostalgia, with Itabira and childhood as central motifs. And the lasting cultural and literary impact of his work, inspiring readers and writers worldwide. This was our summary of the book Complete Poetry by Carlos Drummond de Andrade. We hope it was helpful.